Hello everyone and welcome back to My Opinion. The second day of this final test match has come to a close. India 75 for 2 lead by 52 runs. Let's go into this video reviewing today's proceedings. In the previous day, India were 204 for 6, and I'd said if they get to that 300 mark, they'd be in a good position in this test match. They were 218 for 6, and I thought only 82 runs away. I had faith in Karun Nair and Washington Sundar to take India to 300. Unfortunately, when Karun Nair was dismissed, then the rest of the wickets fell quickly, 224 all out. And we saw in the 16 overs of the England batting innings before the lunch break, the bowling was very poor from India. They did not hit the correct lengths. They didn't bowl full enough, I thought, in that first 16 overs. 71 without loss in 10, and then 109 for 1 out of 16. The only wicket to fall was Ben Duckett going for that reverse ramp. And I mentioned managing this attack in the previous video because they've selected 3 seamers, those seamers being someone who's bowled a lot in this series: Mohammad Siraj, Akashdeep just returning from injury, Prasidh Krishna. Would he hit the correct lengths? You didn't know. And you saw they front-loaded the seamers, which is, I said they shouldn't do that. You bowl a moderately decent spell for one of the seamers, and for the other two, you swap them around based on their tiredness levels, and you've got defensive spinners in Jadeja and Washington Sundar to bowl at one end. Then you can attack with the seamers at the other end. They didn't do that. They front-loaded the seamers. And luckily for them, and they made their sort of level footing in this match, so I wouldn't say luckily for them, but they adjusted their lengths after the lunch break. They started bowling fuller, and we saw that the wickets fell quickly. And they are 75 for 2 now, where England, you're looking at this attack. Gus Atkinson got 5 wickets in the first innings. I don't think he started very well in this one. Josh Tongue has improved in this innings compared to the previous one, and there has been some assistance because of the nature of the surface, but do I have faith in his accuracy as of now? I wouldn't say so. Jamie Overton, they are scared to bowl him, and is he a third seamer in any format? I wouldn't say so. So in the absence of Chris Woakes, they've got one bowler being Gus Atkinson, and I thought they bowled very poorly to Jaiswal. After, I think, the first 2 test matches, he scored 250s in a century, in a very good half century in tough conditions. In this innings, he's unbeaten on 51, but I thought they bowled very poorly to him, and I think it's a good sign for India that England haven't started well. Akashdeep has been brought in as a night watchman, which I'm not a fan of this concept. We saw at Lords where he would have, once Siraj is dismissed, he could have been someone who had played at 30 balls, defended 30 balls. India could have won that match to go 2-1 up then, and could have had a chance to win the series. Now, unfortunately, because of losing that match, they've only got a chance to draw, which I think, based on where they are now, they have got. I wouldn't say England are out of the match. I'm talking purely because of their bowling attack. India would be thinking that they've got a chance to win this series. I think traditionally at the Oval on days 3 and 4, the surface would get easier to bat, and whether it gets easier or not, if India can do their best to bat out the full day tomorrow, and on days 4 and 5, the spinners traditionally would get involved. For England, you've got Jacob Bedell and Joe Root. For India, you've got Washington and Jadeja. There's no comparison there. So even if the seamers can go for runs at times, as we saw in this first innings, you defend from one end, attack from the other. On day 5, as I said in my previous video, the Oval is not an easy venue to chase. And then I feel India, have to get enough runs to defend, then they would be on their way to winning this match. So not too long of a video today. I think if India, they should do their best to bat the whole day tomorrow, and that would dictate things. I thought KL Rahul would remain sort of unbeaten at stumps. Unfortunately, there was a wire delivery where he nicked off 2, then Saituddin dismissed in the closing stages of the day. So England wouldn't further out of it because of the nature of the surface. However, I think India, they've got to bat the full day tomorrow, and the match would mostly be over on day 4, if not on day 3. And I'll put a more detailed review then. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, share with friends. This is my opinion. What's yours?